All right, welcome back, everyone. We are now on to part 12 of making Captain America's iconic shield. Now, let me pull this up real quick. There we go. All right, so now the only thing that's left for us to do is give him a handle. And I think the way of which I'm going to go about it is reminiscent of, let's see, this style shield. So as you can see, there's a metal bowl here, so to speak, to protect the hand. And I think this is a later style shield because the fact that it's made out of is an iron protection plate here. And so, with that being the case, this being similar to the, I think it's called a buckler. With this being similar to that, do quite like the style of this. So, the idea that I have going through my head right now is, see, yeah, we have three little rivets here, and then one big rivet here. Think about doing something similar where you got the three rivets here, you got the three rivets here, and you have maybe one here, maybe two. And you just have a straight bar going all the way across. And be nice and simple. So then if I feel like I might add a strap or so. Though with this being tossed around, I don't think you would need a strap. And you just use this to hook it onto your back or something. And my original idea was to do like a sheet metal design, just how the shield is, but I don't think that would be practical or would work all that well. It'd also be kind of hard to differentiate. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first, let's start a new sketch. Okay, rotate it, 2D. There we go. Let's rotate it again. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a cross section of the shield first. I'm going to need to open rings 1 through 4. Oh, not what I wanted to do. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's take this, copy it, let's put it down, back to the origin. What I'm going to do is we're just going to sketch it out real quick and then go from there. All right. Just two more. Finish that. Don't need this. Finish that. Don't need that ring anymore. Okay. There we go. Save. Oops. All right. Here it is. All right, the last one. All right, let's put this right here. There we go. Let's flip it. Mirror it across. There we go. Okay, this is our shield of the moment. And the idea now, all right, let's do this. So see how far this gets us. Okay. I think to get an accurate picture, we need to add the rivets into here. Finish. Okay, let's exit out of this. Let's open up the rivets. Rivets 1 through 3, open. Copy that. Move it. I'm just doing this so we know where everything is. And let's go ahead and mirror it over. Apply. Get rid of that. There we go. That looks nice. Alright, let's go to this one. Do the same thing. Put this here. Done. Let's do the same. Mirror. Apply. There we go. Cut. Cut. Perfect. So this is actually going to have to be further back then. It's going to have to be right here-ish, I think. Okay, let's do one more. Whoops, wrong one. Let's do one more set of rivets. Let's get rid of this line. All right, let's move this. Okay. Trim, trim, delete. There we go. And now let's exit out of these. Okay. Open. Where's the stars rivets? Okay. Let's see. Let's go for the center first. There we go. Let's mirror it over. Okay. That looks a little strange without the rest of it there, but should be fine. Finish. Okay. Might as well go ahead and add these in. But they shouldn't be necessary. Yeah, let's not worry about that. Okay. And just for peace of mind, that's gonna bug me. Let's do this. Let's move this here. Uh-oh. Did something I shouldn't have. Move. Nope. It's doing something. Let's just leave it. Get rid of that. rid of this. Just mirror it over. There we go. One 5625. That's in the wrong direction. Mirror or fillet. Okay. Let's finish that. Save. Wrong file. Let's do shield handle. I don't think we'll need the one there as we. There we go. All right. So what we're going to do is go back here, copy it. Let's move it. Which one's the center point? Okay, it's that one. Let's click it. There we go. Let's downvote that song. Not sure if y'all like Pandora over Spotify, but I sure do. Probably an unpopular opinion. All right, how far is this apart? 1 inch and change. All right, I think that should be higher. Let's see here. Let's see, what will equal this? So 10. Actually, let's go ahead and go to 35. Okay. 3.5. 5. Okay, if that's there, then what is this? 1.75. All right. So in between these 2 points would be that. What is this? Whoops, clicked the wrong button. All right. Let's find out what these dimensions are. This is 5.25, and this is 8.75. All right. Let's see, midpoint of this is right here. Where is the midpoint? There it is. Perfect. Okay. Save it real quick. Now, the idea is we'll put another set of rivets here. So how big of a space of a handle does this make? $1.44. From this point to this point. It's nearly 1.5. Okay. So I think it's a good enough space then. Hmm. So if I was to... How thick does a piece of wood need to be to be a good anchor? At what thickness does wood become brittle? I'm trying. How thick should a wooden handle be for a shield? Let's see, how thick should a wooden handle be for a shield? Medieval shield. Please include grip and it will be attached via rivet to a metal shield. Should the connection, how thick should the wood be where it joins metal? Not sure if it needs to be an inch thicker. It can go thinner than that. Let's look at the picture again. So it looks to be about an inch thick all the way across then. So I'll stay away from 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. So it should be 3/4 to an inch thick. Alright, so based off of this should be an inch thick too. How thick should the wood be where the joint meets the metal? At least 1/2 an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Rivet grip range. Strength considerations. So wood needs to be 2 to 3 times the rivet's diameter to avoid failure. So it needs to be at least 2 to 3 times. 0.375. .375. So it's 3 times. But the other one used 2 connection points. So instead of going long ways, I'll just go out with it, I think. All right. I'm just going to keep it simple like what it shows here. Okay. Actually, let's stick with a sketch. All right. Get rid of all this. If we need it again, we can just grab it from the underlying sketch. Go back up. Let's do an offset. Let's do an inch. It's pretty thick. I was like, I'll need to bring this back so I know where things are. Let's see, visibility. I already got that. Let's bring this back. Project. Project. Okay. I don't know why I got rid of that. Let's go back. There we go. So how... Let's go ahead and define all this too. I've gotten rid of this too soon. What do I got? What do I don't have? Okay. Project. Okay. All right, let's project this. Extend that down. Let's see, we have all of that. Let's go ahead and project this. And let's go ahead and project this one up here. Okay. There we go. All right, so let's cut across here. Why do I keep hitting that? All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of all these useless constraints. Okay. Almost done. All right. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of this. Don't quite need that right now, or that. All right, so that's helpful knowing that that is there. We can offset it by another 0.375. Okay. Should be a good enough connection, I think. Let's trim this. Actually, let's take this line. 0.9375. Is that what that equates to? 0.375 divided by 2 plus 0.375 plus 0.375. Yeah, okay, I was right. Offset this again. No, wrong one. 0.9375. There we go. Get rid of this and this. So now, let's introduce a curve. Trim this. It might be too sharp of a curve. Or maybe just right. Let's find out. Okay. Connect that there. Let's go across. Do a 90. Okay. I should just be able to go straight down now. Okay, get rid of this. Get rid of that. What is this? Oh. Trim. Wait a second. Got rid of that one I shouldn't have. There we go. Or maybe I should leave that undefined for now, and I'll figure it out later. Yeah, let's do that, because I might like something different later. Let's do that. Okay, trim. Don't need these guidelines anymore. Okay. Okay, now let's go down here. There's our 1 inch. This is 1 inch, right? There it's just over. So let's go ahead and fix that. Let's see, what's the distance from here and here? Not what I wanted to do. Yeah, come on. This is not touching? Okay. Okay, that's... How far is this? Alright, let's not do that then. So 1.185. Let's see. 1875. Okay. That works. I got more room to play with there. So if I wanted to, let's see. 1.5, where does that put us? That's way too close. Okay. So I think that's where we're gonna have to live. Delete that. Put a 1. There we go. Just a slight adjustment. Delete that, delete that. Okay. This is 1, right? Okay, it is 1. It's just curved. Okay. Delete. Delete. Okay, I think that's good for now. Get rid of all this. Get rid of all that. Delete. I think for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it around and then cut it out. Don't want to extrude, let's rotate along the y-axis. And why is it failing? Is it not a solid? Ah, stupid thing. That's why. Alright. Hopefully that fixes that. Let's trim the excess. Let's revolve it around the y-axis. There we go. That stupid little thing kept us from doing what we were supposed to do. Okay. So now, actually, let's see where the plane is. Okay. There we go. Check the geometry. All right, so let's take this line, trim it, offset circular, choose the origin point. What was it? It was 50 for that layer. Okay. Oh, why can't I see it? Why are these lines white? Okay. So we can do this one and this one. That means 14.4. Wait, 360 divided by 50, isn't it 7.2? Yeah, 7.2. So want to do 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2 plus a third times 3 is 21.6. Okay. Let's do 1 inch. Oh, hold. I shouldn't have done that. Don't need this pattern anymore. Delete pattern. Okay. There we go. Why is this line white? $90. Okay. And then, let's see. Circular 2, 21.6. Split it. Not that one. Is there not? Oh, it needs to be 3. There we go. All right. So it looks like it's too soon. All right, let's mirror this over. Just that line and that line. Apply. Delete pattern. Let's mirror it over again. All right, how much do we have here? All right, it is 5. Should be enough. I do like the, let's look at this again. I do like that look a good bit. Let's see. How big is this? So this is a 36 incher, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. Yeah, 6.5. So let's do this in math. So 36 divided by 6.5 is 5.5 roughly. So each one of these boards are about, so it's a 1x6 board, I guess, or a 2x6. So 5.5, 5.5. It's about a third, about a third. So 2/3 of a board. So that means this is 2/3, 2/3. So 4/3, 1.33 times 5.5. So it's about 7 to 8 inches here. I think it's about a good 8 inches. And I guess we can build in the shoulder. Let's do 10. Okay, let's do 10 inch. Gives you a good size grip, I think. Stupid dimensions. Come on. Whatever. Let's trim the excess. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. All right. Let's cut that there. So that should give you some leverage, I guess, if you have your hands on either side, so you can like double fist it in a sense. Trim, trim. Alright, get rid of this, get rid of that. Looks like a decent sword handle, I think. Let's trim, go back to the sketch. Just trim that and trim this so it's easier to pick. Let's extrude it out. Let's do 2 inches. Flip it, cut. It's not deep enough. Let's go 3. There we go. Now we can put a nice bevel in here or fill it. Just do 1. That's too much. 0.5. That looks good. Okay. So now, let's see, does 0.5 work there too? It does, I think. Let's make that our default for those edges. Now, let's see. Those are somewhat sharp. Okay, so let's leave those there for now. Let's solve for these real quick. Let's do 1. I don't think that's enough. Let's do 5. There we go. Let's go to this plane. Project this. Where's the center point? How big should this one be? So about 4, which makes sense, I guess. There's only inch difference, right? So let's do 4. There we go. All right, so now let's do 1/2 inch. There we go. Perfect. Let's do 1/2 inch here. I have to change the order of operations. Let's try this. 0.5. Okay. Let's do 0.5 here. I think it's too rounded, so okay. So let's do 1 here. No, 0.5. And then we'll pick something, let's say 0.25. That looks better. Nice sanded wood. All right, so now we need to do some math. And of course, I forgot to put the point where the rivets are supposed to go. Alright, shouldn't be that hard to find. Let's go back here. Okay. 35. Okay. 3.5. Let's cut across. Is it 5.25? Is that what it was? There we go. Cut. Cut. Get rid of that now. Okay. Trim. Alright, now let's go find the point. There it is. Perfect. Get rid of that now. Cut. 0.09375. All right. Let's go ahead and grab this. Start a new sketch. Okay, let's move this where it's supposed to go. Grab the origin. Perfect. And why is it not matching? The thing's warp. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of this. Okay. What is this over here? Should be the origin point. There we go. Okay. Trying to figure out what was wrong with it. All right. Let's grab circle. Let's do 1.25. Oh, needs to be 2.25. Let's do the same here. 2.25. Let's just do one for now. Okay, let's delete this circle. Let's do it again. 2.25. There we go. All right, now we can get rid of everything else. There we go. Perfect. Whoops. Okay, finish, revolve. Looks pretty good, I think. Let's go ahead and fill it. 0.15625. There we go. Circular. Select the y-axis. 3. 21.6. Split the difference. No, wait, it's 14.4, right? Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, so 7.2. Perfect. Let's mirror this. Let's mirror it across the... Which plane? Guessing that one. There we go. Part of me wants to increase the size of this. Let's see something. Does that handle perfectly round? Yeah, it looks like it, or round enough. So it's actually, let's do this. Not that. There we go. Let's make that 0.25. Okay. Let's make these 1. Does that look better or worse? What are they now? Guess it looks better. Alright. What do y'all think of that? Let's decrease this to 0.125. So let's actually increase this, decrease that back to 5.5. I think I like that better. Alright. I got a pair of paddles, I guess. Save it. Let's make it white oak, white ash. Ash might work pretty good. Let's do walnut, too dark. Walnut, natural polish. That looks pretty good. Is there pine? Alright, no pine in this one. Red oak. Can I rotate it? Edit. No. Satin furniture. Formation. It's going in the opposite direction I want it to, but should be fine for now. We're gonna move it somewhere else anyway. Alright. Let's bring it over to the shield. There we go. Bit blocky, but it's like it's doing and get the job done. Now let's add some rivet holes. Let's go back to the handle. Let's grab this sketch. And let's open up. Is it just the silver? Yeah. Okay, file open. It should be ring 3, right? Yep. There we go. Okay, 0.375. .375. Cut that there. Get rid of this. There we go. Let's finish that. Cut. Please don't do this. Oh, okay, that's why. .375. Okay. Delete. Finish. Now it should do it. Perfect. Circular. Select the y-axis. 3. 14.4. Split the difference. Okay. Let's grab that, mirror it over. XY plane. Perfect. Save. There we go. It does look overly thick, but to be a strong connection. All right. now let's create a new rivet. File. Open, save as. Shield rivet, shield, handle, rivet. Save. There we go. Go back here, let's grab this. All right. All right, let's see here. Finish. I don't think I grabbed the base point. There we go. Let's go to the shield ring. Grab this. Let's move it back to the origin point. Save, go back to the handle, finish. Scrap this. Okay, let's move this to where it's supposed to go. There we go. All right, so now let's create ourselves a rivet. Make sure this is all the way over. Okay, perfect. 0.1875. 0.1875. Extend, extend, cut. 375. Let's do 0.5 is bigger connection. 5. Let's do an arc. There we go. Trim. Trim. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Okay. Trim that. Trim that. Fill it. 0.015625. There we go. Revolve. Let's default this to smooth. No, wait, semi-polished. Wait, no. Where is it? There you go. Save. Grab that. Go to the center point. Do 3. I guess 14.4 again. Flip it. Smear this over the same plane again. There we go. Save. Now let's import it. Place grounded in origin. And there we go, guys. Just took an hour. But got a decent enough handle there. Should be nice and sturdy. There's Captain America's shield. Definitely like what we did with the star. Alright, so next video we're going to take it to Fusion and see what it looks like nice and rendered out. So, I'll catch y'all then.